Hello everybody, welcome to Rugby Park. We're due to start any second. The ref's just blown the whistle. We should be all up and live. I don't know, we haven't got any proper commentary this week because Jimmy's busy running water for Souths. Which part of Go Live didn't Facebook understand? Yeah, sorry about that. Welcome to Rugby Park, a second time for Facebook. YouTube was already happy, but for some reason you sometimes have to click the start video button twice on Facebook. It's just me and Roland with the camera today. No Jimmy, he's running water for Souths. The whistle's gone, the ref's whistle. No one seems to take a great deal of notice, but we expect to have a game within a minute or so. Okay, everyone, running on. I've been told that Caroline from Cougars is coming out to give a hand with the commentary. Roland will be back in a minute, so I better go and operate the camera meanwhile.
Roland's doing that, probably. Yeah, well, that'd be cool, because we've got three people in camera and others properly, so... Okay, so we've got three camera operators and nobody knows the names of the people on the team, so it looks like I'll be commentating again. Do we do that for a bit? I'll make that too late. The other end of the pitch. Better? No, I don't want it. Oh, I should have been down scoreboard.
So yeah, last week we had some relatively cool weather and not too much rain. Today it's proper hot and proper sticky. It's going to be, hard work out there in this sun. I think there might have been a hint of a knock-on in there. Ref seems happy. Vinny with the hospital pass, got it away. Dallas thinks he's playing touch again. Yeah, a bit of calm now descended on South, so decided to actually give it to the forward to settle down a bit. Again, good leg work there in the middle field. Ooh. So that was a tackle on a man without the ball. He's down, he's back up again now. But Cougars have got the turnover. It's gone back, and there's a big gap there, and there's a bunch of Cougars coming through it. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if we can get a replay on that, because I didn't see that. While they're forming the scrum, there's not much better to do anyway. So that one went back. That one looked to me like it went back. I think it's that one there that they're doing the knock-on on, but oh well. Some you win, some you don't. Yeah, sorry about the wind noise. It's properly breezy up here today. My screen won't stay still either. So you'd almost think they practiced that move. Probably have. They're settling up for a forwards attack in the middle of the field. There's almost no one out wide at all. Now South do have a tendency to give away penalties at this point, so hopefully after last week Brad's had a good old shout at them and they won't be doing that. On the other hand, he could just walk through with the middle there with nobody tackling him. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not Jimmy. Jimmy knows every single player on both sides of the pitch and their life history, island of origin in the case of the Pacific Islanders. Oh, I'm afraid I don't even know the names of my own team, let alone Cougars. So Sal's have got themselves out of trouble there pretty effectively. Just step around one on the wing and suddenly you're back on the halfway line nearly. Bit of a rest going on there, I reckon. It's loose, but it's gone back. Oh, ref's arm came out there, but not sure why. So just went straight through that one, and he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turn to score tries pretty much, and that's first 5 points to Souths. So Jake Ranger kicking, it's held up It's gone over by the looks of it, so that's 7. Yeah, I fixed the scoreboard as well now, so it's on the right side of the screen. It's what happens when you reckon you know what's going on. Souths were warming up at the other end, and Cougars always like the changing room on the left-hand side of the field you're on, so I just kind of assumed they'd probably go there. But there's a fair bit of breeze. It's mostly from behind me, so blowing from the camera. But there's a little bit of left hand in it, so the wind's probably a little bit in South's favour. And that's gone straight forward. I think it may have bounced off Cougars as well, because it ended up back with Souths. Anyway, gone for the scrum. Good position for Cougars to come back here. When I said it was really hot earlier, I mean, it is hot out there in the sun, but it's probably not as bad as I said. If anyone suggests it's a good idea to run cables through the roof of a rugby stadium so that you fix your live stream cable, don't. It's too much like hard work in this weather. Pretty by the book there. Reasonable steady defence, no obvious gaps, sensible forwards play, just no penalties given away by South this time, which is pretty good news for us in that part of the field. So wait for the knock on, and it eventually came.
Don't need to introduce myself, mate. Well, we got 12 minutes into the first half of second round of the A grade. South versus Cougars. South up 7-0 on the Cougars. G'day Bessa, if you're watching over there in Vietnam, mate. Nice kick there by South, going deep, using the wind.
Yeah, you got Jack Lawrence to throw in for South. They were using their driving maul last week. See if they do again this time. Well, if they hold on to the ball, they could have done.
Good steal there by Casuarina. Daniel Jarman recovering at the back there. So Casuarina setting to look to keep deep, kick out. Doesn't find touch, but he'll take the penalty.
It's offside, was it?
Yep, in front of the last man feet by the looks of it.
There was very nearly a charge down there. That might explain why he came from nowhere.
Yeah, that or he's exceptionally quick.
That's gone out this time.
Finds touch with a kick, which is good. Takes a bit of pressure off for the boys. How's South looking this year, Hippie?
Pretty good. Mostly the same team as last year. We lost a couple of guys. Rawiri and Abele.
Yep.
But the rest of them are pretty much the same.
Right.
Yeah, a couple of faces I don't know in there.
I see you
a couple of them I forgot.
Yeah, I see you got a new Fijian and an ex-international playing out in the centres there.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know his name yet. I rely on Jimmy for this, and he's busy today, as we mentioned earlier.
What's number 13? South. Is it Roko? The number 13 for South is Roko. He's ex-international from Fiji. Looks like South have scored a try there while we're trying to figure out the name.
I missed that. Yeah, I didn't think that made it. Must have been behind the post, sorry. Too late for a replay as well. If I don't trigger it, I can't do it.
That's all right. We didn't need to watch that again anyway.
Well, you know more than us.
Last time South and Casuarina played was last year in the grand final. South got a pretty convincing win then too.
So how's your team looked in the pre-season?
They're not looking too bad. There's a fair few new faces. We've got a lot of old faces back as well, which is good. I haven't been to many training sessions to go down and watch them. I'm usually standing on the sidelines with the juniors and then I take off pretty quickly. But no, it's good with a few new faces. It's going to take a little bit of while for the boys to gel, but they're slowly getting there, which is good.
I think you put quite a few points on Souths in B grade. I was crawling through the roof of office downstairs fixing the cable because I apologise for last week's live stream dropped out. There's an Ethernet cable I ran about 2 years ago, which was meant to be temporary. I've replaced both ends of it today and patched it, and hopefully we won't have the same problems this time. But yeah, I missed most of B grade because it took longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, no, that's all right then. Bit of a deep kick off there. Nice tackle. Daniel Jarman put the pressure on. Nice charge down there by Bobby Nurse coming over through.
I think he knocked it on when trying to pick it up, but the rep has seen it. I know he's come for someone else.
He's calling it Shepherd, I think, by the looks of that.
Well, I was saying earlier that we hadn't conceded many penalties in defence, which is hardly like us, so it was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, no, they always come every now and then. That's right.
That got louder. Sorry. We just jogged something important.
Casuarina just lost the ball then. South didn't find touch, which is good. This is Jacob taking the ball. I think it's Jacob Phillips. Hunter Hilly. Take another penalty.
I assume that was not rolling away. Dave Boyle by the look of it.
Yeah, flankers are notorious for that.
I only said it was him because he was the last one to get up. I couldn't see him behind. The cameraman was in my way. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Ah, that's all right. So we've got Jai Snowden playing hooker for Casuarina, going to throw the ball in. Over the top, Eric Erickson taps it back. Big Adam Hubbard steaming forward onto the ball. A couple of yards there. And Daniel Jarman taking the ball forward here.
Well, backwards really.
Backwards there. Trying to go forwards. Souths are coming up pretty quick off the line. There's a knock on there by Casuarina.
Ref's got his arm out. I think it's going to come back to South.
You'll be playing an advantage for the knock on there.
That knock on must have been what started that, right? I didn't see it. Has that gone off on you?
Ah, it's just. Nice scrum there by Casuarina, pushing forward. Good dominant scrum there.
That's a very good scrum. South were pushing Palmerston off the ball every day, like every scrum last week. So that's a shocking pass.
Play the knock on over there.
Yeah, I can see Jack Lawrence, number 3, there shouting a bit. He won't have liked either part of that play.
Jack would have loved that. Yeah, no, it's not nice to lose your own scrum there, or to get pushed off the ball anyway as a forward. So I'd say South will lock it in this time, and we'll see how we go. It's Casuarina's feet.
Second row with a busted back. I hated that.
I think this junior is playing first year with Casuarina this year, going forwards there. Got Lani Malupo.
Presumably that was torn off him to go that far.
Yeah,
even I can't knock it on that far.
That's a nice touch finder there from.
It's a lovely little kick, but ref's gone back. No, it's out on the full. He said.
On the full. There you go.
Must have been very close.
We'll take the line out down there.
So it wasn't a lovely kick. About another few centimetres this way, and it would have been.
Looked good from where I was sitting anyway. A substitution coming from Casuarina. Looks like Eric Erickson's going to have a break, and Big Dave is coming on. Don't ask me how to pronounce Dave's last name because he's Tongan. Nice ball off the top, nice regathered there by young Dylan Rutherford. Barney again going forward. Oh, he's getting pushed backwards now, sorry. Slow ball at the back. Catching the ball flat-footed is always going to keep you
Good
going
line
backwards.
speed there, though.
There was good line speed there by South. There you go, give it to the back line, see what we can do out here. Number 13's a new face for Casuarina this year, so is young Anthony Hill, who's took the ball in, and number 23. I think I might have to go have a beer with a few of these boys to learn their names for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm not a training either, it doesn't help.
Nah, it doesn't.
So we got time off there. I will try and fix this score to be matching the official one. It's pretty close, actually.
Yeah, the official score is
it's close
14-0 to South.
No, I meant the timer.
Oh, the timer.
I wrote this and I was still late starting it. I always, it's more sort of guidelines.
Yeah, no, it's pretty close. 17 minutes.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
It's 8 seconds. I'm not fixing it. They got time back on. Yeah, the ref has his own watch and does his own thing, so 10 seconds is close enough.
Ah, that's it. I like the big rules, mate. They don't stop the clock for injury time. Keep it running.
Then they usually stop after about 30 minutes, which used to suit me just fine as well.
Yes, no, she was a bit warm out there at 4 o'clock playing the game. The breeze has kicked up now. It's coming in quite strong, which is quite good. It's keeping us nice and cool up the top here as well.
Yeah, I haven't got woolly heads for my microphones. They probably know that out the wind already.
Not quite sure what the penalty was there for. In the scrum, I'd say, scrum infringement.
So Widdy in the number 1 jersey's captain this year. Last week we saw several scrums on penalties, which is what happens when you put a front rower into the into the captain's role.
Well, mate, there's nothing wrong with taking a scrum. You're 5 metres out, it gives you a good set play sometimes. For the backs, hopefully they can usually go over, but if it doesn't turn out, you know, you usually get criticised for it. But no, it's always good. It's good to see Widdy getting captain, mate. He's been there for a few years for South. Try Snowden throwing in the ball. Daniel Jarman lose it. Bobby Nash gathers.
Yeah, I said the stream dropped out last week. Unfortunately, the bit where Widdy was steaming down the wing was the bit that's not on the internet, and I've had some stick about that. But there should be a copy on this laptop. I'll take it home with me tonight and put it up manually.
Sounds like it didn't drop out. Sounds like it got cut on purpose. Then
it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy against Widdy. Yeah, Casuarina on the attack in the South Darwin 22. Big Davey.
Oh, that's gone forward.
Knocked
Yeah.
it on.
So hopefully South do a bit better this scrum than the one a couple of minutes ago. The last one was all right. They're put in.
Hit South feed.
So Dan Lewis in, Hull, pretty much, Lincolnshire. Hate to think what the weather's like in England right now. They've been using words like polar vortex, which can't be good.
I think Darwin had a polar vortex about 1 million years ago.
I'm going to get stick now for that Hull comment. Oh well, such is life.
A deep kick there by Sadie back to Jacob Phillips. Another one of the Phillips guys, he's a cousin. Josh Phillips, Zach Phillips, Luke Phillips, and now we've got Jacob Phillips playing for NCAA rugby here.
To be honest, Chad Mum better get used to polar vortexes. He's moved to Tassie. I can see him on the stream there as well.
Yeah.
It is technically summer in Tasmania, but I'm not sure that makes a lot of difference.
I was looking for Chad in B grade today, mate. I didn't see him, which was a good thing.
Yeah, well, usually you just look at the bench and see who's sat in the little chair on the sideline. It'll be Chad.
Yeah, that's it.
No, mate, he's gone south.
Good ball from the base of the ruck there, from the halfback from south to the number 8. It's a strong run from the south, number 8. Stefiano, inside ball to Dave Boyle. South on the attack, Casuarina tackle without the ball, penalty to South. I think Casuarina's got to get the discipline a bit better there. It's not very good when you give away a penalty in that position of the field.
Last week we had a couple of ball boys. This week we don't, so there might be a bit of a pause here.
No, we got the ball boys down there, mate. They're running up and down the sideline in the yellow shirt, yellow and maroon shirt. We got another one down here on the stadium side.
Okay, no, there is one, yeah.
I think it's sponsored by NT Bitumen. Here we go, Casuarina make a break out of the 22. Ooh, good defence there by South. Alani Malupa on a strong run, but he fortunately
still down.
Tackled hard and lost the ball forward. This is Alani's first year back after a few years absent. He's been off work and having family. He's back out here having a run, which is good to see.
Yeah, after that tackle, he's remembered why he stopped.
You got another substitution going on here. You got Dylan Rutherford coming off and Dr. Eric Erickson coming back on.
Well, propping is a bit of a part-time job, isn't it?
And we've got another sub there in the second row. Adam Hubbard coming off. And
I'm gonna get a lot of
Kobe Bowman coming on.
I'm going to get a lot of stick for that comment later as well.
Mate, the second row is the engine room of the forward pack, mate. They do all the work.
Well, my speciality was B grade and uncontested where at all possible.
I'd say that's
So we had a full game of B grade this time. Last week we had half a game, and Palmy then forfeited, I think, because they were short of numbers. They were down to they were down a couple of men in the end of A grade, I think. So you've obviously got a full B grade team. We've obviously managed it. There was another forfeit on field 2 last week, but I don't know who it was.
Unfortunately, it's Casuarina forfeited a game, the first game in about 18 years, I think it was, in the B grade. But we managed to call in some numbers for this week. Unfortunately, I got asked to play myself. I haven't played for about 3 years, but I got out there and thought I might get a sub after the first 5 minutes, but unfortunately it wasn't. So.
Yeah, my last game was 2 years ago. I did my neck in doing it. I don't know exactly how, but it was one of those, you run on now. And then it was first game of the year, and we were uncontested, and then we weren't allowed to do subs even in B grade. And I ended up playing most of the game because I wasn't allowed to be changed off, and that was it for me. That was the end of it. I couldn't move next week.
That's all right. You survived, Hippie. So South with the attacking line out here. Good take. They didn't hit the man, but they gathered the ball there.
Yeah, that looked like it was a long way across. I think they got lucky there.
Jack Lawrence setting up with a run. Nice run there. Nice defence by Casurina. Casurina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it
quick. Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy. Couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now while the umpires are talking on the sideline there, just because I didn't see. And by the time that they finish chatting, we'll see if we can see before we get to them. So there's the quick tap.
The ball was held up, which was good. Good defence by Casuarina there.
So no try. Yeah, I still can't see in the replay, but we're setting up for the 5 metre scrum.
Casuarina on the 5 metre scrum.
I knew there's a reason why I don't operate the computer.
Yeah.
I only wrote it. Ooh,
nice
that was
tackle.
a lovely little run right up until he ran into a brick wall and lost it forward.
He ran a bit too upright there, and the tackler got underneath him and popped the ball out, which is a good thing for Casuarina. But then they just gave away another penalty. Robbie Taylor's our referee. He's calling to me. Those signals looks like there's an obstruction or something. But South's going to opting for the tap here. Strong run there, knock on. Good tackle there by Daniel Jarman coming off the line. Good pressure.
That was, there was a good tackle on the previous move, and there was another solid hit there.
So they're pulling out the defence, which is good. They're taking it to South, which is good to see. Obviously the front rowers are having a discussion here on how we're going to pack the scrum. They're taking their time. Casuarina with a feed. With the push
Another
on.
strong scrum.
Strong scrum there, nice kick. Unfortunately he's not finding touch. Oh, he did
Oh,
find
he
touch.
put his foot in
South
on the second step, I think.
Put his foot out. Actually, it turned out to be quite a good kick. Casuarina get the quick ball. Robbie's over-called the touch judge there. He had his foot out on touch when he caught that ball on the full, which is saying it was out. South with the line out. Not quite sure what was going on there, but
I don't know, but Billy was going for an Oscar with his arm out like that. He knew he wasn't going to catch it. That was sarcasm at its finest, I think. Practically British.
South's giving away the penalty. Number, as I say, the halfback for Casuarina, I was going to try and pronounce his name, but it's a massive Fijian name, mate. We'll just call him Mac.
Mate, I am not even going to attempt that.
Nice ball off the top there of Alan Brother.
I knew Lapani, or Leps as we all called him, quite well, and I can say Lapani Nabuli Waka, and that's as far as I've ever got with Fijian, and as far as I'm ever going to try again. I think it's just too dangerous.
The ball out the back here to Jacob Phillips, knocked out of his hands, but Davies there. That's unlucky, bad ball security there, wasn't holding the ball quite tight enough.
So yeah, the official clock's got a little more than 5 minutes to half time. Sorry about that scoreboard mistake. The official excuse is there's quite a lot of breeze. I couldn't see Jake kicking two conversions in that breeze, but I think he's done well.
He's done well. It was a good kick. So yeah, it is 14-0. South up. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Casuarina feeding the scrum.
Well, that's a better scrum by South.
Better scrum there by South.
But,
it's a 5'8" junior, nice ball.
Good strong run through the middle there.
Number 13 for Casuarina is Caleb.
Aggressive counter up. Too aggressive, says the ref. High.
He's got him for a neck roll, I'd say.
I said it was aggressive.
Yeah. 23 for Casuarina. Mac having another kick for touch over here. Nice nudge, finds touch.
He got to it, but he was so worried about stepping out this time. I think he probably had a bit more space than it looked then.
He did, yes. It's a good position for Casuarina to attack from the line out here off a set play. Hopefully we can get a clean ball off the top to the backs and get a couple of these young backs working and see how we go with the tries.
They're not all in, so yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, doesn't look like they're going for them all, does it?
Nah, they got a couple of flankers out there, number 8 in the back line waiting to have a run.
Well, that was neatly taken, so there you go.
Kobe having a run.
He lost that, but I think it went backwards.
Gone backwards.
That's not our whistle, I don't think. That's somewhere else.
Doesn't feel too.
Ooh, he just got his fingers to that.
Still going forwards. Sloppy ball there from the base of the ruck.
That's gone straight up in the air, practically vertically. And then it's come forward off South there, I think.
And good read gathered by Lani. Popped to Bobby Nurse. Bobby Nurse trying to go forwards. Good clean. Casuarina needs a couple of quick balls here. Nice ball inside from Eric Erickson to Daniel Jarman. Recycled. Jai Snowden going forward. Didn't even hit the advantage line, unfortunately. To the backs. This is Junior.
Brings it back in.
Going forwards there.
Good legs. He's still going halfway down.
Drive, yes.
There's that counter ruck again.
Hands by Erickson. Good hands by Daniel Jarman. Bobby Nurse. Scott Murray was waiting on the wing for to take that and to move forward.
Yeah, there was some good play by both sides there. You get that much pressure. I'll get you one in 2 minutes, mate.
Just caught a couple of Casuarina boys that I haven't seen for a long time.
So yeah, I saw that ball go into touch, but it obviously went forward off someone's fingers on the way there by the looks of it. And he's got a short arm.
Short arm penalty. They're coming in too quickly.
Roland, you want anything? I'll get one half done.
That ball didn't find touch there from South Darwin, so good work for young Scott Murray there.
That was a very flat pass, so I think he's gone back to whatever was over here, because I think that might have been forward actually. It was right down the camera lens, you tell us. If it's right down the camera lens, you see, I'm right behind Roland, so I can barely see it.
Yeah.
That's my excuse.
I'd say
whatever this is, it's probably the last play.
It's called it back for a line out. Obviously did go out. I think the boys are trying to rush just a bit too quick here.
Well, I said it was the last play. That assumes that they got it away.
We still got a minute.
They're just coming back for the line out again, yeah.
There's still a minute on the official scoreboard going. Good win by Bobby Nurse at the front of the line out there. Good work from Mac to Junior. Making some yards there.
Someone's boots come off.
Good defence by South there. Nice tackle. I think that was Seti come out of the line there.
Souths have got that, but possibly not legally. No, he's knock on for Souths. Against South, sorry.
South the outside, he's coming to try and pick the ball up there and knocked it on.
Okay, my clock's run out. There's 25 left on the official scoreboard. This scrum's going to take longer than that.
Yeah, they're taking their time to pack the scrum. See if Casuarina can attack and do something in the last 15 seconds, or if they're going to put it a touch and go for half time.
Presumably they'll get that. They'll get their one run.
I think by the looks of this, Robbie Taylor's had enough of the front row, but he playing games with each other and called him aside there.
Cheers, mate.
Halfback from South was on the ball pretty quickly.
So there's the half-time hooter. South have turned it over, but it's a penalty again, so we'll carry on.
If they put this out, I think it'll be half-time.
Luckily we got one in, really.
Yeah. Not quite sure if he's going to play the line out if he puts it out, but we'll find out in a second. Yes, he will play the line out by the looks of this, Robbie. Casuarina throwing. Up. Dry Snowden regathered at the front.
Well, there was a knock on and there's another penalty against South, so we started well. There was a good period without conceding any, and it's been about 3 and 5 minutes, and
it was inside,
it's come back
inside the 10.
Oh no, sorry, that's
penalty to South. Casuarina inside the 10. South with a quick tap.
Vinny Men nearly gets through.
Ooh, loose ball. Here we go.
If he can keep that, if he can pick that up, we'll count it.
Young fella Anthony Hill. Oh, unfortunately the bounce there. Good regather there by South.
Yep, this could go anywhere. Dallas has put down, and he just kicks it into touch.
South will put it out for half time.
I said it was a bit hot out there. That breeze isn't too bad, but we're still talking wet season in Darwin. There's only so much you want to do once you're well past the half-time whistle at that point.
It does. I think the boys will be looking for a drink there.
Right, I'm going to put some highlights on and give my voice a break. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So just went straight through that one, and he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turn to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casurina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking
South
it quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy, couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So I just went straight through that one. And he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turns to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casurina. Casuarina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy, couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So I just went straight through that one. And he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turns to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casurina. Casuarina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy, couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So I just went straight through that one. And he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turns to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casurina. Casuarina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy, couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So I just went straight through that one. And he's offloaded.
In the other A-grade game on field 2, we've got Darwin Dragons and Palmerston Crocodiles. Darwin Dragons are up 23-0. It's about 19 minutes before into the first half.
Yeah, difficult to tell. The scoreboard timer's stopped, so we don't know if that's first half or second half. It's probably first.
Yeah, I think they kicked off at 6 o'clock, so this should be the first half. Yeah, it's one of
Look
those.
at you with the knowledge.
It's the seconds that are broken on that scoreboard over there. He's got 18 minutes and 20 or 18 minutes and 15 seconds, I reckon. We're not far away from kicking off the second half between the A-grade fixture between South Darwin and Rabbitohs and Casuarina Cougars. South Darwin are leading 14-0. South Darwin kept their A-grade coach from last year, so Brad Hunt's back at the helm again for South Darwin, and Joe Albert is also back at the helm for Casuarina Cougars. Looks like Casuarina is the kickoff for the start of the second half.
So they've got the win behind them this time. Got a bit catching up to do, they'll need it.
Yeah, we've got 14 points to score in this second half. Hopefully we can score a few points and make it a bit more of a game.
I think every single South player I've just watched has either got their hands touching or they're drying them as we speak. So
She's
a bit sticky out there, I reckon.
Even though she's windy, I think a few of the boys are starting to feel the heat. They're sweating it out. It's only the second game of the season. The match fitness will be down. They've had 6 months off, so it's always good to get back into it.
So there was a pass to no one in there. Vinny Mins picked it up. Trying to impress the coach with his placing as well.
Yeah, Vinny's been around in Darwin for a couple of years. He's a pretty handy player for South. I think he made the NT side. NT Mosquitoes. South's got the penalty here. Finding touch just inside the 22. So that's the line out here. See if Jack Lawrence can get this ball in straight. There's a fair bit of breeze blowing now. It's fairly strong.
Overcompensated, if anything.
Yeah.
That went Casurina's way.
Well, we won't say no to those balls, but we'll take them.
The ref didn't mind either.
Pick and drive there by Eric Erickson, making a few yards. Pick and drive there by, not quite sure who that is. Going again, Daniel Jarman makes a couple of meters. And Robbie Taylor puts his hand out for playing a penalty advantage there.
And it'll be a penalty now because that wasn't much of a charge down. That was more of an I'm offside coming round the side of the rock. I was never behind, jumping on him.
He's got someone from South with a high tackle there, or something around the head.
That was probably the first one, but there was no way he was going to get away with that one there. That penalty was always going to go from an advantage to a penalty at that point.
That's it. Casuarina finding some yards downfield.
Bit easier with the wind behind you.
Yeah. Down 40 metres out of the try line. Hopefully we can see if how the backs are this year with some attacking play. Hopefully the forwards should take this cleanly off the line out and give it to the backs and see what we can do.
So yeah, that's gone straight to South in the breeze.
South in the breeze was no good. Lost
Making good use of it.
There. So he made some good yards there. He's up over the halfway.
No one's there. Woody, the captain.
Woody's coming in as a halfback, mate. It's his glory days now.
Oh, I thought he was a winger last week.
Nice hands here through the back line for South.
The number of times I've seen a South winger out there, a South prop out on the wing, I don't want to talk about that.
There's a high tackle there from young Daniel Jarman. The South guys are right, which is good.
Yeah, I did actually click the start time on, but I think it's because my window wasn't active. I'll actually, apologies about that. I'll get it right this time. So, yeah, we get time on in a second. I'll fix that timer.
Casuarina's just got a yellow card. Zach Phillips.
And he's got his phone as well, which will come in very handy on the sideline there.
Zach works for Power and Water, so sometimes he's on call.
All right.
Unfortunately, while he's playing. So if it's a work phone and it's ringing, it's got to be answered.
If your lights are out, don't worry. Someone will be along in about 36 minutes to fix it.
36 minutes, we'll fix those for you after. South here in a good attacking position. They've lost the ball. Great jump there. Number 5 is Alan Brethren for Casuarina with the maroon headgear on.
Yeah, so if your lights are out, you can still watch the rugby on YouTube or Facebook on your phone. If you're going to put it on the big screen, I recommend YouTube feed because it does 1080p. I'll stop being a geek now.
It's always good information for everyone to know.
Also, Facebook keeps breaking on me.
Casuarina feed here. Matty the halfback. I was calling him Mac before, but it's actually.
I think both sides have decided they've got a scrum in a nice bit of shade, and they're just standing there.
Shade's good, mate.
It's a good clearance. It's gone a long way.
Great kick.
Gone out as well. That's a lovely kick.
I thought a little bit further, but Touchy was there on the spot. Jack Lawrence, South Darwin with a throw in.
Again in the shade. No, he's gone for it.
Nice ball there, taking it 2 by South. Reading City at 5'8". Vinny Marr. Back around to City, wrap around to Evan Needham. Evan in a bit of space there, he's making some yards. Oh, Evan, I haven't seen him run like that for a while. Great tackle, great defence there. Pushed him into the side. Casuarina ball on the line out here. They're defending 5 metres out from our own line. It's an important line out to win here, otherwise South will be straight on the attacking position after this.
Yeah, the last one over here is behind the stand. Probably wind wasn't too bad. They've gone short. Maybe they're thinking the same thing as me.
The other gone forwards.
Yeah, the other 2 line-outs on that side of the field didn't go well, did they?
Charged down there with Dave Boyle putting the pressure on.
He's gone straight back up again, though.
That was. He lost the
I
ball.
think he was trying to pass that, and he got swung around just as he did it. That's going to be a no. It's good. Yeah, it is a try.
Over. Great tackle around the legs, but unfortunately the momentum took the big fella over the line for a 5-pointer.
We're not going to see any more detail. The sun's on our screen now, so. Yeah, I still didn't see exactly how that lot got lost, but. So 19 to South. Kick to come. Jake Range is getting set up. That's close to pretty much straight into the wind. There's a fair bit of it.
Yeah, she's starting to blow around, which is good. Swirling around. Nice strike of the ball.
That's another 2.
Here we go, Casuarina back with a restart, kicking deep. The young Burns playing halfback, is it? To the south.
Yeah. It's been in that role since Tim left, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's doing some good work there for South too. Jai Snowden to throw in for Casurina here. Daniel Jarman off the top.
I think a finger got there with South, but wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. Robbie Taylor's called that a knock on somewhere. Just a quick shout out to Luke Reeves. He's watching on the live stream there, saying the field's looking great condition. I think Luke used to play for South Bowen a few years ago.
We're still in the wet season, so it's probably not like concrete out there either.
It is looking a good field. Good scrum there by Casuarina. Great scrum.
So we're hoping to have one of our home games at the beginning of May back on Warren Park. So if you look in the back of some of the camera shots, you'll see the new stadium going up next door.
That's a great stadium.
That pitch looks pretty good as well.
It does. It should be awesome. Nice kick there. Nice touch finder.
Yeah, someone asked me if it's going to be like the tennis courts. There's going to be a slope in the off-field.
Well, there should be some camber on the field, mate, to drain the water off that we get. So.
The near right corner of the south field used to be pretty much solid rock.
It was the old
so hopefully they fixed that as well.
Daniel Jarman knocking the ball off the back. Junior taking the ball forward there, good work, good clean. Eric Erick's coming over. Quick hands, got Tommy. Tommy's on inside of Daniel Jarman. Unfortunately knocked it on. Robbie calls it back for the playing advantage for a knock on there.
So these scrums have been a bit more stable now. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Unfortunately, Luke, I don't think that grandstand will be called that, mate. He's got a bit more to do with Northern Territory Rugby Union, mate.
Yeah, well, this is a comment for the Chad Mum Memorial Stand. He's already got a chair on the side named after him, I think, or at least reserved for him.
Yeah, mate. I think Chad spent a fair bit on that sin bin seat when he played a few games.
There's going to be 3 grounds over at Warren Park rather than the old 2, so I guess that the posh one with the big stand will be we'll leave that one to the league, and I think we'll be using mostly our own little fields for the little. They should be the right size, but you never know with Darwin. They managed to build a swimming pool 6 inches too short, so hopefully there'll be full-size fields. We'll let you know. There should be a South live stream. Oh, that
great scrum!
I said those scrums were stable. They're not. It's hard, this commentating business.
It is, mate. That was an awesome scrum there by Casurina.
No. And that was a good tackle as well.
It was an awesome tackle. Oh, he's down there. Managed to wrap both arms up.
Something in that scrum by the looks of it.
Yeah, the South scrum went backwards.
We got time off there as well.
Yeah, mate. I think a bit of an injury over here after that tackle. Both arms got wrapped up, so he couldn't quite get himself down there. So yeah, we're just checking out Caleb here. He's just making sure he's all right. Eric Ericsson's out there. He's actually, I think he's about his 4th or 5th year of being a doctor, so he's actually qualified, which is scary to know, unfortunately. But no, he's a good man. He's in safe hands out there. Obviously,
He's half up.
he's getting himself up there, so if he needs 10 minutes on the sideline to clear his head, that's what they'll give him.
Yeah, if you're wondering why my commentary is not up to scratch, it's because Jimmy Dassel's down there in that yellow bib and a very old South singlet. The one who knows the names of our team and can pronounce Fijians' names as well.
Yeah. Jimmy's been a great sponsor for South Darwin over the last couple of years, JJ Kahora. Casuarina's A grade sponsor this year is Jeff Harvey Construction. And it's across jerseys there, which is good to see. New sponsor for the year.
We got, I'll try and get this right, or Jimmy will have a word with me afterwards. We've got Optical Superstore, one of our main sponsors, the Parap Tavern. Finlaysons, I think, are now sponsoring the Darwin Bunnies girls team, which if you're interested in women's rugby, the comp's on a Wednesday night. I think they've got 5 teams this year.
Yeah,
is that right? They're going well, I think. So if you want to play women's rugby, there's plenty of choice out there.
I think that there's four teams.
Roland wants to play 5 teams.
5 teams, Roland was saying. I think it's 5 teams and they're playing 10s at the moment. So they get a few more girls here, then they'll go back to the 15s, I think.
Yeah, 10 sounds like a good idea, but the pitch is still the same side. It's a lot of hard work.
It is. It's good to see the women's rugby back into the Northern Territory Rugby Union. And it's getting stronger. So we've got a blue card here. So they've brought the blue card in this year for as a concussion card, I think it is, they call it. So the referee issues that. I think they've got a 15-minute concussion on the sideline, do a test to see if they're right before they come back out, which is a good thing. One of the runners there for Casuarina with a yellow shirt on is Calvin Muller. He's actually also another doctor in the club, which is quite good for us.
We've got a very hands-on new head of rugby NT, so that's Tammy Needham coming off in the other yellow singlet, in the other high-vis vest.
Tammy's taken over from Mark Heath, which is good to see Tammy still around, so it's great. Should have the
Sorry, I should have started that time back on. Sorry.
The sub from Casuarina should be coming back on shortly.
He'll have had his sin been extended through that off period, so probably still down there, unless he's got called out.
Good scrum there by Casuarina, pushing forward, controlling that ball there. Awesome scrum. Junior Jacob.
That's gone forward.
Young Anthony knocked that ball down.
And another knock on. They'll come back to the first one. Yeah, the ref didn't even run forward. Sorry, ref.
Well, there's no point wasting your energy if you're a referee, mate. If you've got a whistle in your hand, call it where you can see it.
Well, there's enough space in the background there that you can see what's going on, so...
I think they're waiting for the South Darwin captain, Chris.
Yeah, Widdy's just had a shot. He's got his boots off, or one of them.
I think it's might be a professional time wasting now, mate. It's a good tactic from the front row to lose their boots every now and then to slow the play down and have a bit of a breather. So the Casuarina yellow card's coming back on the field now. Zach Phillips give us the 15.
I think Widdy was partially in sunlight there, so I think that might have been genuine. I mean, if I was going to do it, I'd done it in the shade.
Well, front rowers aren't renowned to being too smart, too bright. Sorry, Widdy.
It's all right. He's not listening. I'll cop the blame later. You'll probably get away with it.
South's got the ball there, running through the hands, haven't need him through Rocco. Nice tackle there in the midfield by Zach Phillips.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of hanging on going there, and eventually they all gave up at once and it shot out.
Yes. Nice tackle by Daniel Jarman, putting the pressure on, pushing South back there.
Bit of settling it down going on. South aren't in position remotely, so they're giving it to Widdy, who's taking it in again.
Widdy's taking it forward. Good clean there by South. Jake Granger with the ball for South going forwards. Oop. Through the hands, Seti to Vinny Marr. On the toe, looking for the winger to come.
That's going to go out.
Through, I think, but a little bit too deep.
Given how much into the wind that was, I think that went a bit further than he was intending.
Yeah.
It bounced a bit flat.
Should have held it up. The wind's blowing from left to right. Or when I was playing, it was blowing from left to right. So it might have changed around and been down. Who knows? Snowden with a throw in, unsuccessful. Casuarina lost that, picked it up.
Can't believe there wasn't a knock on in there somewhere.
I think I'll be speaking. I think I'll be speaking to Bretho later because forwards don't kick. We should know that by now, especially playing in the second row.
Don't they? Someone needs to tell my forwards. Most of them think they're wingers.
Mate, when you're playing the forward, you rarely touch the ball. So when you do touch it, you don't want to kick it away. That's for sure.
There's a reason why they put me in second row. The opportunities for ball handling were few
and far between, and that's what I say. When you get it, you hang on to it. Casuarina's got the feed here. So there's a South knocked on, off the line out.
Another strong scrum. South have gone down. Arms gone out.
Casuarina have had a very good scrum at the moment, which is great to see.
It's gone deep, and he knocked it on. So that wasn't as much. The advantage probably would have worked out quite well, then. But
could have, yes. We'll go back. We'll have the full arm penalty. Hopefully, Zach can find some metres down the field.
Yeah, no, Scrum was very strong against Palmy last week, and I think there'll be some discussions on this this week.
So you reckon might be a bit of scrum practice?
Yeah, Widdy's having some now, actually. Doing it on the ref.
Nice kick from Zach there. Fighting touch. Only about 15 metres, but 15 metres.
Yeah, the old South Scrum machine was probably still out at Warren Park, or if not, I don't know where it went. I very much doubt they moved it to St John's, where we're training at the moment. So
I'd say if it was at Warren Park, it might have accidentally got scrapped by the looks of that, or what's going on over there.
I think that's what it was made from.
Yeah. So you've got Matty there kicking down.
Dallas got his hand up there.
He was in his 22.
He ran back outside the 22. So,
Robbie's playing it there. He's still inside the 22 when he kicked the ball. We'll see how Casuarina go off this line out. Hopefully we can win this ball and we can attack. I'm still waiting to see the back line open up a bit here. They've had a bit of an opportunity, but they haven't actually capitalised when they've had the ball. So
it's been a very forwards game, which with some of South's back line is...
South have got a very good back line actually.
They have been up and they have been playing like they've been up.
Zach Phillips at the base. Unfortunately, a knocker on there by Tommy. Tommy just played B grade, so you might be feeling a bit. So, still having a few dramas here in the front row. I'm not quite sure if it's Casuarina or South, or both there.
So let's have a look at this scrum. I'm going to look at it on the computer. The sun's gone behind a cloud. I can actually see it.
See our speed on this scrum. Maybe Casuarina can put a big push on here. Great push there by Casuarina. Said he puts it on his toe, straight down the throat of the winger. Unfortunately, he can't recover.
Oh, that's
it's unlucky.
South think that's their ball. They've gone for it quickly, and it's gone badly
Play
wrong.
on there. Bobby Nurse, hands inside. Kobe.
Evan Needham was not ready for that one, and he's fluffed it. And yeah, Casurina have come out of that quite well.
Casuarina just knocked it on, unfortunately, so we've lost the ball. South back on the attack now.
And
sweet young Burns.
Billy Byrne takes it himself.
Through the hands, great hands there by South.
Okay, we've got 2 on 1 here.
2 on 1. Oh, goes himself.
He's gone all the way.
Good call. Tried South Darwin.
Scrappy play, and that sort of favours the South's back line.
Yeah, when South's got the attacking talent that they do in their back line, it's pretty hard. You've got to get the defence right up on there and make those tackles count. It's unlucky Casuarina's lost the ball a few times and not handed it over.
Yeah, you had 2 on 1 there, and Setler coming up on the inside. He could have offloaded that to a couple of guys who were in with a shot. And he took it himself.
It was. The Casuarina captain Bobby Nurse come down here to speak to Robbie Taylor while this kick's going on. Obviously he's got an issue that he needs to speak to Robbie about and clear up. Jake Ranger coming in for the kick. Nice strike of the ball. Unfortunately,
That wind's just taking it right.
the wind pushed it wide. It was looking quite good right up to the last minute.
I mean, he was pretty much 90 degrees to the breeze there.
Hello to Ryan Vidler in Scotland watching the game. How are you, mate? Casuarina waiting for the restart. Nice kick-off. Great tackle there by Daniel Jarman.
So I just had a quick look at field 2. The scoreboard's gone off and there's no action over there at the moment, so I don't know what the score is over there, sorry.
Nice run there by Matty from the Casuarina going forwards. Jack Phillips,
Hung on to that.
Lani Malopo come back on, going forwards. Eric Erickson picking from the base, passing. Junior, oh, nice run. He's got the legs, the strength. Inside ball to Bobby Nurse, back into
That's going to be a score at this point. Yeah.
Pulling around underneath the post and a score. That time, Casuarina.
Sounds a bit weak in defence there.
I
know he said lazy.
If we could watch a replay on that, it would be great.
Yeah, Vinny had a bit of a trip there. He got one hand on him and then he thought he'd catch him a second time and he didn't make it. There's a whole bevy of Casurina players in there, all standing by.
Oh, mate, they put the ball down, so it's good to see.
Good support there.
We got 16 minutes to go, so hopefully the boys can put a few more points on the board for us.
Straight over.
Makes that conversion successful. For the restart, said he's just lining up the ball for a kickoff. Going down the middle of the field, take the
well taken.
Try score.
That's going out.
Puts it on the boot, but unfortunately doesn't find touch where he's looking for. Casuarina up in defence.
Jake Ranger takes it back in.
Still going. Some good strength there. Good running from Jake. Robbie Nurse over the ball, trying to get a steal. He's clear. Successful. Gets a steal. South didn't release.
That's not gone out.
Didn't go ahead, didn't find touch. Not good at all.
Evan Needham to Setter.
Makes some yard. Young Anthony
Setter
Hill.
does straight
Young
to the
Anthony
middle
Hill
job
with
as
a great
usual.
Chase. Great tackle. Followed that ball across the field.
Dave Boyle.
Casuarina needed no
So
point.
Southall committed there, slowed down a bit.
No point counter-rocking that. Nice hands there to Jack Ranger on the wing. Steps back inside, hands
That
to
was
Marr.
very flat, but Vinny's going to go over. Ref says it's okay. Let's have a look at that one again.
Would be nice to see that last pass there.
Flat's okay.
Flat
Especially if you're wearing a green and green and red shirt.
Green and red jersey, yes, flat's good. Nice hands there, Jake Ranger doing the hard work inside of Vinny Marr.
That was very flat.
Very, very flat. But
It wasn't technically forward, but it was very flat.
I think the wind
I'll admit that.
The wind helped push that one back, I think. So that takes the score to South Darwin 31, Casuarina Cougars 7, kick to come.
Is that some kind of hint?
Yeah, we're going to get the technical support on this, mate.
I am the technical support. I'm not front of house. He put a lot of left on that,
and he got it,
and it curved right back in the breeze. That was that was impressive, actually.
It was. I think he learned from the last kick with the wind, so he's adjusted for the wind this time, and it worked for him.
Yeah, that was. It looked to me like it was going 20, 30 degrees left of the left post until it hung up there.
Went in.
Yeah, my scoreboard fail in the first half was. I didn't expect him to get that one either.
Nice kick off there. Tap back by Zach
well
Brooks.
done by Casurina.
Casurina regather.
That was only mildly flat.
And Josh Snowden going forwards. Matt in there, Bobby Nurse taking it up. Making some yards. Forwards cleaning out. Half back in there, Daniel Jarman taking it. Doesn't get the advantage line. South are coming up on the boys, which is good. It's great defence by South. And Robbie's pulled a penalty back. It's a high tackle there. Robbie Nurse, captain's called for a scrum. Good set play in the middle of the field. Nice scrum there by Casuarina again, going forwards. Hopefully they can sort the scrum issues out and we can get the ball there, get it in cleanly and back into the Casuarina back line. We might
So
see
there was some dramatic
points.
appeals from the Casurina fly half there. Scrum half, sorry.
Scrum half, yeah, I think South.
He had a pretty good idea of what he thought was going on.
Halfbacks think they know what they're doing in the front row, but they're not quite sure, mate. Jack Lawrence is a bit of a veteran of the front row there, and so is Eric.
Yeah, and the refs on the other side, not saying anything.
The boys will be having a bit of a battle up there just to see what's going on, seeing who's who, especially being the first game of the year. Yeah, the ball's in. Casuarina holding the scrum there. It's good. South holding that one pretty well, which is good.
We managed to straighten it out again,
Zach Phillips steps inside it. Ooh, good enough load there. Milani from halfback to Bretho. Bretho going forwards, taking it in. Jai and Kobe going over the top, clean out. Matty with the ball. Eric Erickson through the hands. Oh, unlucky.
There was a little knock on in there as well.
Yeah, he's got the tackle and dropped the ball, unfortunately. Casuarina's got a player down in the back line here. Number 8, Daniel Jarman. I think he's might be suffering from some cramps.
Yeah, we got time off that. I'm going to try and sync me score with the score timer with the other one while I got a bit of time. Wouldn't accept 65 seconds there for some reason.
They're Adam Hubbard's back on for Daniel Jarman coming off to have a bit of a rest. He's done a lot of work tonight. Daniel Jarman has been great in defence, some good tackles there. South feed to the scrum. Great push by Casuarina. Ooh, nearly won the tight head.
Yeah, both sides had a shot there.
Said he putting the ball downfield.
I think that's in touch, yeah.
Great, about 40 metre kick there, which is great work.
Into the breeze. Yeah, right up there was Ev, who said he was going to retire in 2005. And every year since, I think.
Young Evan Needham, mate, he's young at heart. I think he's always out there and he's still playing, which is good to see. Pick and drive there by Bobby for Casuarina through the hands. Alani Malipo back inside of Giant Snowden.
He's broken that
back
tackle.
Yards there. Back through the hands. Brother. Takes a hit. Clean out. Slow ball.
Ooh.
Very, very slow there.
Yeah, that ball ended up with South. That could have been a very dangerous advantage if that had played on.
Could have been.
I think he was about to go.
Another Casuarina player down here on the field. Not quite sure what it is. Looks like he's in a bit of pain. He's getting helped off the field there. It's not a good sign. Number 17 coming on for Casuarina, Fazy. He played a good game in B grade there. He scored himself a try, so he was happy there.
We've got about 7 minutes, depending which clock you look at, left on the clock. University are warming up on the left, and Swampdogs on the right.
Swampdogs on the right there.
No Swampdogs B grade this year, just A grade side.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get the numbers there for the B grade, unfortunately. So hopefully next year or the year after hopefully next year they should have it. Last year they didn't have a B grade side either, so. Hope they get some of their young under 18 players coming through and filling the ranks for them in the B grade and having a run. South Darwin with a feed. Casuarina with a big scrum. Robbie Taylor's
penalty against Casurina on that scrum.
Yeah, Robbie's calling an intentional wheel there.
There's one of the guys in South down clutching his head.
I don't know how they wheel.
They're all down.
I don't know how the wheel goes, especially when your Casuarina's been dominating the scrums most of the night. They have a scrum like that, and then South have a few players left sitting on the ground. So
all of them, half the scrum. So he starts his leg and he's now limping. They're all getting up, but
it's good to see that they're all getting up, which is the main thing. Don't want anyone injured after a scrum. As soon as someone goes down after a scrum, you're thinking it's a back or a neck injury.
I can smell the barbecue.
Yeah, it doesn't smell.
I can smell the barbecue some point in the first half as well. I think I can hear it as well, and it's been a long time since breakfast. That's probably not coming through on YouTube, but that's not gone out.
South Darwin didn't find touch there. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It was knocked back. Puts it on the toe.
That won't go out either. Well, maybe.
Oh, he's got the bounce. Said he's back there.
Setter picks it up. Do we ever need him?
Here we go. Oh, luck of the bounce.
Bit of sevens play from Souths here.
Yeah, looks like it. Trying to get out.
Probably because that's all they had to work with. Dave Boyle takes it in.
Pick at the back of the ruck there. It's a really good defence there by Casuarina.
Woody goes nowhere.
Another great tackle there around the legs. Dropped it clean.
Setter fluffs that. That's a rare one.
It was.
So we're waiting for the scrum pretty much.
Might have been some good pressure there by Casurina.
Go for the replay just because, well, we've been waiting for the scrum for a while otherwise. And someone's pointed out I haven't restarted the timer.
We got less than 5 minutes to go in this game. Unfortunately, the time wasn't started again, but we won't worry about that too much. Casuarina with a feed for the scrum is not a bad position to be in on 22 and just about centre field. We'll see what they can do. We got numbers on the left there, by the looks of it. It's gone right. Get the ball away. Zach Phillips getting tackled there. Offload. And Jacob Phillips running off trade to Bobby Nurse. Unfortunately, he wasn't expecting that. Anthony Hill chasing hard. Knock on by South.
We'll come back to the 22.
Hopefully we can do something out of this scrum this time. Ball's out.
So there was no clever business going on in that scrum, not on this side. And the ref was on the other. I was watching this time.
They got it sorted this time. Quick ball, which is good. Through the hands. Crazy big run. Out to Eric Erickson. Inside ball to Bretho. Back to Eric Erickson. Making some yards.
Lost forward there, I think.
Knock on. Ooh. Oh, here we go.
And that's been turned into a penalty for that little incident.
That was just a tackle gone wrong, I think.
I don't think there was any intent in that. It was just a bit of overzealotry.
Hopefully he's all right. I think that's Whitty, the South Darwin captain, that's down, isn't it?
Can't see. I thought it was. I thought it was Dave Boyle, but I can't see either of the two you're talking about. But there's a red card being issued for that one anyway.
I don't know why he's
so Casurina will finish this out with. It wouldn't matter anyway because there's only 2.5 minutes. Well, less than 3 minutes left on the clock.
Well, I thought that was unintentional. That I think it was just very unlucky.
Didn't go for the replay, so I can't have a look. But yeah, I thought that was just a bit of breakdown grabbing that went a bit wrong there.
Yeah.
But
it's not like
I think it's Whitty because I can see Boyley is now stepped up, which means it is Whitty because Whitty will be the captain.
He hasn't picked at him and lifted him for a tackle to drop him on his head. He's actually just grabbed him, and that's why it's happened to turn out.
So it looks like whatever happens, he's coming off. We've got a new guy on for Souths.
Yeah, if he has got a neck problem, I don't think it'd be wise moving him. But he wants to be
I think he's getting up.
Pulled up.
Oh, he's sitting up.
He's sitting up.
Trying to see who it is in the visor. It might be Tibbo. He's an old hand if it is.
Yeah. The best thing with the neck
Brenton
injury,
Templeman
mate.
will be off injured if he's running water.
Yeah.
He did have a few big hits last week.
They're calling for the neck brace. I mean, if that was me, I would have been leaving him on the ground.
So I think that's Chief helping him up. Yeah, it is Whitty. And Mal on the left.
He's on his feet, so that's a start. And he's walking off by himself. It's even better. Back on, South fine touch with a kick.
So with less than 3 minutes to go, there's a bit more on the official clock than mine. South's throw in on the 22.
Scrappy win at the front there.
Scrappy, but yeah, there was a lovely hand on the ground there. I imagine we might see something for that.
Yep.
But ref thinks it's okay, and Casuarina got it anyway, so all swings and roundabouts.
Eric Erickson, the halfback. Jack Phillips with the hands. Going to cut out pass.
Goes long.
Jacob Phillips is Jacob Phillips. No, it's another centre from B grade. He said he's up pretty quick.
Set us up on his own. The rest of them just elected to stay and wait, I think.
Ball's out.
Vinny Min up this time.
Yeah, great run by Josh Snowden. Adam Hubbard taking the ball forwards there. A big drive on those legs. He's a big frame, that man. Nice tackle around the legs there by Burnsy. For South.
Enough to cause a few more people into the breakdown.
That's it. Jack Phillips tied up with the ball there. South got the numbers.
South player down.
Went to the box kick. Don't know if it was the best choice, but yeah, we'll go and make for the penalty. Playing the advantage.
Penalty for not rolling away. Hopefully not whoever it is that didn't get up, who looks like he had other things on his mind.
He's up now. Looks like he's done something to his shoulder, unfortunately. Nice kick there by Zach.
Not out.
Finding
Quite.
catch.
Was out just. Dallas tried to knock it back in, didn't quite get the volleyball moves.
So we go for a quick line out here, and that slowed right down. Set.
South guy have gone up.
Going early. Going through the hands here. Held up in the centres. Junior running through.
Yeah, Cougars jumper sold that one well. It's very easy to accidentally go too hard and double jump, and then the refs look for that and they don't half blow up on you.
Oh, they do. They look for the early jump.
So that's the hooter gone.
Robbie's got his arm out for an advantage there for Casuarina. Boys are going forward still. ball. Zach Phillips going wide. Unfortunately,
there's a knock on there. They'll come back for the penalty.
Kicking for touch. Finds touch on the far side. Should be the last play of the game. Hopefully Casuarina can go over and add another 7 points. Nice position to attack, about 7 metres from the line.
So there's been a few time off, so the rest clock could be out by at least a minute on what we've got.
Yeah,
but they'll keep playing until Casurina lose it at least.
Casuarina win the ball.
That was a good bit of legs there.
Eric Erickson driving forward. So you're setting for a pick and drive with the piggies here. Daisy's going for a pick. Recycled.
And again,
still going.
Probably about 2 metres now.
Another one, Bobby Nurse.
That must be about a metre out.
He's very close, that's for sure.
That looks like it's over to me.
That's a try.
Ref says so as well.
Not sure who scored that, but someone will get up. Looks like Jai Snowden's got up with the ball.
I'm pretty sure the entire forward pack scored that.
So young Jai Snowden playing hooker. Got a bit of a shove from behind by the looks of it.
He was a good metre over with the ball by the end of it.
He was.
That wasn't just touching a line job.
Jammed over there.
So I think it'll probably be... Yeah, I don't think the referee will be looking at his watch. He'll just finish this after the kick.
Yeah, I think once Zach's kicked this, will be game over.
I'd like to say that there's a bevy of guys from the university and Swampdogs ready to take over and stream their game. No one's told me there's any of them to take over from us. We'll wait around for 5 minutes. So if you're a Swampdog or a university person listening, I'll wait around for a few minutes, see what happens. Otherwise, we're going to pack up after this, I'm afraid.
That's it. I'm going for a beer, so that's what I need. Great kick by Zach Phillips.
I was thinking beer and pizza, but
yeah, congratulations to South Darwin on the win. They went forward all day. They had some good defence and some good attack. Unfortunately, Casuarina couldn't hold the ball sometimes there.
There was some very strong scrummage by your boys there.
Yeah, no, we had
and some good forward play in what was probably sweaty conditions.
So we had a couple of great scrums there, which is good. That's a good thing to build on. I'd say Joe Albert will take a lot of positives out of this game, and we'll see what they do with training during the week. But Hippie, once again, mate, always a pleasure. Hopefully during the year we'll get a bit better on this commentary, mate, and we won't bore so many people.
Practice is not going to help me. I mean, I've got no excuse. I don't know how it works, and I'll still forget to click the right button. So I'll go back to doing my tech support thing, and Jimmy can do the talking because he actually knows people's names.
That's it. All right, Susie, Hippie, have a good one, mate. We'll next game.
Yeah, look, I'll put the highlights bit back on for a minute and see what's happening, but I suspect it'll probably be, unless someone else wants to run another game, I'm going to call it for tonight.
Yeah, mate, I'll go down there towards the bar and I'll see if I can find someone from uni, and there's a guy from Swampdogs, looks like he wants to do the game and come up here and he'll be all right. We'll see what we can find for you. If not, the game won't be televised.
Little chip kick, there's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. So I just went straight through that one, and he's offloaded. There's two men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turn to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casuarina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it
South
quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy. Couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. Little chip kick. There's no one there. That's been a bit unlucky for Cougars there. South's still on his feet, holding on to it nicely. We might even get away with that. Oh no. So they've gone for a South knock on there. I'll see if not sure why. Setter just went straight through that one. And he's offloaded. There's 2 men there. We've got Vinny, Dallas outside him. Take it in turn to score tries pretty much. And that's first 5 points to Souths.
Casuarina. Casuarina unfortunately giving away another penalty. Coming around from the side.
Billy's taking it
South
quick.
Quick tap.
Only I'm not sure it was Billy. Couldn't see.
And they've held him up. He was the big guy who played number 8 in the B grade today.
So I'm going to hit the replay now. So yeah, this is the kickoff of the University versus Swampdogs game. I'm slowly packing up mics and stuff, and I'll plug them back in if they come along. We'll just wait a few minutes, otherwise this is probably going to end.
this so that it's easier for you.
Someone to do it, so we're like, okay, because she doesn't want to. That's why I am in the Can you see my head?
Yeah, no, looks like we've got a crew for this game. So we've got Alan from Swampdogs here and a couple of his offsiders. He'll introduce them. And hopefully I've plugged the microphones back in and people can actually hear us.
Yeah, good evening viewers. We've just had University go over the try line. The Swampdogs held them out there quite well, but Uni too strong. And for those of you who have just tuned in, here we are at Land Rover Rugby Park. We've got Emma and Brianna on the camera and doing a cracking job. And Al Hunt on the microphone. We haven't got a Uni representative as yet, but that'll happen shortly. What are we? 7 minutes into the game. And 7 minutes into the game and Uni up by 5. Robbie Butcher to take the kick. Should have this one over fairly easy. He's got the wind right behind him on this one, so he'll probably kick it into the Aussie rules paddock. And he makes no mistake of that kick, taking the score to 7-0. All right, Swampdogs. I think they're getting the numbers down at training now, so or practice, should I say? Yeah, so just Swampdogs representing the live stream at the moment until we get a University boy, and there's Big Mitch taking it up the middle with gusto. He's well into the 22, 20 metres out, and the Swampdogs on attack. This is what we like to see. Nice ball, got the floater out wide. Oh, Jesus. Very unfortunate. Still got possession, just want to control this ball. He's being held up, tackle not releasing. All clear. It's Robbo taking the ball up and getting over the advantage line. Another big tackle in tight. Swampdogs probing. Want to ground this one? Yeah, no problem. Back out for the 22. We've got referee Frosty out in the middle, making sure everything's done the way it's supposed to be. And I can't see who that is over on the other touch judge. Or assistant referee. Oh, nice big kick right down deep into the Swampdogs half. 22 clearing kick, and he's made sure of that. It's probably the safe move. Yeah, that's Big Mitch taking it up off the back there. Great Swamp Dog steal there in the line out. As a uni ball. And Swamp Dogs really capitalised on that, and hopefully they can make them pay from this. Pushing the ball wide. Oh, lovely ball. Straight into the gap. Yeah, Swamp Dogs really getting over the advantage line and making the University backline work hard. Probably took a little bit too much time there. The University backline were able to realign in defence. And a small knock-on picked up there by Frosty. And University ball. Well, that was very promising attacking rugby from the Swamp Dogs. That's what we come here to see.
Hello, my name is Lauren.
Big scrum uni feed. Oh, and they've picked up a tight head, Swamp Dogs. Not sure what referee Frosty saw out of that. But he wants to see the scrum back again. I thought that was a Swamp Dog tight head then, and they look very strong. Taking the ball straight to the open side, they would have had 3 on 2. It's a well set scrum from both packs. Robbie Butcher just carving him up the middle there, well over the advantage line. And not rolling away in the tackle. I think that was a very tough call. That looked like a really good steal to me. But hey, I'm a mile away and Frosty's right on the job. And a good referee he is. Got to say that. I'm on the payroll. No, I'm not.
But like that's so weird. Because I know my friends, because he messaged me like months ago. Several months in a row. And then stopped. And then he messaged me again.
There's a bit of an injury there to Robbie Butcher. I think he seems to be back up and running now, so not sure who the captain is for uni tonight, but Robbie seems to be out there sort of calling the shots, so I'd say he might have something to do with it. That kick for touch has failed to make it, and very cleverly controlled by the Swamp Dog there. Big Mitch has taken the ball in and he's got over the advantage line. That's awesome rugby. On a Robbo, running short off the ruck, again over the advantage line. It's really good. Big Damo's looking like a machine at the moment. He's really fitted up this year for a good season. So great to see, and we're pushing the ball out through the backs, and there's plenty of room out there, and they've decided to take it back into contact. All secured. It's your young...
We could set up heaps of stuff. Because you actually like want to look at Raptors. Dad said apparently it was super messy. It was so messy. Was nobody listening to you or what? No, like Mickey wasn't calling it. Like ever. Like I was like, can you call backspall when you want it? I was like, yeah, he's out there somewhere. 10, I think. 10, I think.
A promising bit of rugby there for the Swamp Dogs.
Just can you call back when you want it so that I know? And like forwards, can you call,
Opting to go the line out. They've got a bit of strength there in that line out.
And there was just no pods.
There's a good little attacking pace down the short side there from Harry Burns. I'm just not sure what happened there in that last pass.
I was screaming at him. I was honestly screaming at him.
Harry Burns at 5'8". Lost the line out.
Because I was number 10 last year. And sometimes
Oh, and the penalty against too high. Referees are really clamping down on the high tackle or attacking anywhere near the head. It's a Australian or international rugby driven
of course, but you talk to like
alteration to the rules or laws of rugby where
the number 10
anywhere above the shoulders, no matter where the attacking player,
set them up and make sure they're always
where their body height is,
you're kind of like, oh, you
the
set
defender cannot attack the player above the shoulders.
not your job. Your job is just because you've got so much running.
Another Swampdog steal from the back of the line out.
Focus on that. Like,
Uni haven't got that line out under control, and the Swampdog, they're not staying on his feet, going straight over the top,
can you just like call when
and he just lost his footing there at the last minute.
watch the back?
Really unfortunate.
I'm trying to run from the other side of the field. I was knackered. I was so tired. And like, honestly, I got to the point where I was like, I can't yell because I'm trying to bloody get air into my lungs. There's just like little baby hair, look at that.
Referee just getting some adjustments there to his microphone, I think, which gives the opportunity for the boys to have a bit of a breather. I think that score on the computer screen is 7-0 as opposed to on the computer screen it should be 5-0 it says, but I'm pretty sure it's 7-0. Not really sure how to adjust that. They haven't taught me that bit yet.
YouTube videos and I'm like, yeah.
Anyway, we'll take advantage of this quiet time, I suppose. Swampdogs are fielding an A-grade side only this year, and Coach Sunny is very confident that this year should be a really good year for the Swampdogs. Growth. Lineouts are a bit messy on both sides at the moment. Emma, our camera girl, has got to keep her eye on the game a bit there. She's getting a little bit carried away with... well, you know, non-paid labour. You pay what you get what you pay for. Uni just shuffling it through their hands. And got the ball under control. Oh, that's a great steal. That's not. There must have been a bit of not rolling away. Fair call. Not rolling away. So he's
I know his name. 13. Oh yeah, John. I think it's John. Yeah. No, I don't know.
That's a bustling run up the middle from the Uni. Lucy's.
John's good, but he's a bit annoying.
And they're looking at attacking the fringes.
Oh wait, so we got below. Like,
They're doing it fairly easily.
like with the award you got, hey? What do they do too? You got Eric Pittsfield, didn't you? No. What was the one you got? Oh no, you got
That's great defence. That's great defence. They're not making a great deal of room there now. Looks like a bit of a turnover. Yep. Advantage. Oh, I think that was a knock on that turned into a penalty.
He's good. He's just cheeky. Yeah, he's a cheeky player. Yeah, he's a pain in the arse to play as an opposition. But I say with him. Yeah, of course I'm with him. But as an opposition, it's pain in the arse. It's just like, look, pal, you're offside.
How did Zoe go on?
She did alright. She made a few good tackles. She just goes into it with confidence, like the tackles.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't try it.
Dad said that you had a good game, but I didn't. You just aren't confident.
Let's see if this line out can
That was
Apparently, just
can pay dividend for Swamp Dogs. It's Mark Gillen there throwing the ball in,
rubbish game.
and Big Dino. Nice, very well done. That work at training is really starting to pay off. Yeah, this is nice.
More help. Like I needed help with communication.
Yeah, big don't argue there from Johnny. He's a very strong player, great upper body strength. What has Frosty seen here? Not rolling away or playing the ball on the ground. Not rolling away, he's got him for. That's well spotted, Frosty. He didn't have a great opportunity to get away there, but the way the laws are, that's not the problem with the referee or the opposition. You must be out of the way. Simple as that. It's not a grey area at all. If you're in the way, you're penalised. Mark Gillen to put the ball in, and Swamp Dogs, that last line out was very good for him, and let's see if they can do it again. Yes, Dino's got hold of that one, and Marco's picked it up. He decided to shift the ball off the first phase to Swamp Dogs, and it's worked out quite well. Held back, helped them. I think he's going to have to award that try because if not a penalty try, I'd say. Well, I better not jump the gun here.
Well, I'm trying to find him.
Okay, Frosty's gone over to his touch judge, Robbie Taylor. Yeah, it's Robbie Taylor over there. And he's made the decision. Great try. All right, that's awesome. He still wants to pull out Robbie Butcher there to have a bit of a word with him as the captain. Probably more so. I'm not sure who that was holding the attacking player back, but anyway, the try has been awarded, and well, with the kick to come in a relatively good position, blowing into a stiff breeze. There's a really stiff breeze coming down to Land Rover Rugby Park.
Trying to get the sticks
Probably 10 metres off the centre. Will bring the scores to 7-all with a successful kick.
I know. Okay, I know. I'll zoom up on a minute.
Take this opportunity to thank all the sponsors that put a lot of hard work into the Northern Territory Rugby Union. I'm not going to rattle off all the names because I don't know them. No, yes, of course I do. But there's many people here to be thankful for. And that kick was unsuccessful, so that keeps the scores at 7-5. 7-5. 7 Swamp Dogs. 5 Swamp Dogs, 7 Pirates.
Oh my god. Sunny's probably going to watch it to help him coach for next. So I'll be like, yeah.
Okay, Robbie Butcher to take the kick off. They'll be having a bit of a rethink about this.
Did he not get it? Oh.
not expecting the Swampdogs attack to be as strong as it wasn't. Too heavy on the boot there, Robbie Taylor. And the kick will come back to the halfway line for
That's supposed to be like my signature move.
Scrum.
But I used it and it can't be a signature move.
scrum at the halfway.
Do it for the next one.
Score. Oh, do you have a bobby pin? Yep.
Actually, the fitness levels from both sides. This is what are we? 20 minutes into the game.
Harry Burns.
Nearly 20 minutes into the game, and the players are. I think the fitness levels seem to be okay. It's only second game into the season here. In saying that, the University have just substituted their whole tight five by the look of things. And the Swampdogs don't have the privilege of that amount of players to be able to substitute. I don't have a team sheet in front of me, so a lot of the names are got some question marks on them. There's a few new faces out there I don't recognise. That was very, very messy scrum, and the Swampdogs have pulled a penalty out of that. You can't take the quick tap behind the back of the referee, fellas. Maybe in Fiji you can, but not here in sunny Darwin. Especially behind the referee's back. It's got to be kept very visual. It's got to see what's going on. Swampdogs were really backpedaling in that scrum there. Uni definitely had the weight advantage, or they had the forward momentum. I'm not really sure how he pulled that up. Swampdogs have offered to turn that penalty into a scrum, giving them an opportunity to. It's right in the centre of the field, so it's going to give them attacking options from the set piece from either side of the scrum. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do with this. No doubt they'll have a set move in mind. Uni are getting the drive on them. Uni are getting the drive on them in the scrum. I'd say the player to weight ratio would be very similar.
And so is his brother. And I used to like, he's so good with kids. I love him.
Good little pick up off the back of the scrum from the Swampies and attack down on the short side. Nice. Just that last pass floated forward, and we'll relocate the scrum. I'll just take this opportunity to say hello to our international guests and our interstate listeners, taking advantage of our live streaming up here in sunny Darwin. It's a very windy night here in Darwin, and not too hot. Not too hot up here anyway. It'd be pretty hot down there in the centre, but it's good here.
Try and get an account with a good interest rate. Do you have one of those?
Oh, what's he spotted there?
Don't just go blow it on Bali though. Go somewhere cool.
I think he's got Uni up too quick and offside.
But man, you've got the money. Like you might not have it in 10 years. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like do it now.
Exactly. The only thing is, I don't know if I go much. Because I don't have any friends.
Would Lara go?
Robbie Butcher making sure that little touch finder. Giving our ball boys a bit of work to do over the back of the hill there.
she's going mid-year.
And let's see if they can get their line out under control. Yeah, that's needed. That's what they're supposed to do at training, so it's starting to come off.
Like, you've got a bloody good job.
So that's what I was thinking. Because
Can you change it?
yeah. Because my plan was to just stay for 6 months and then go 6 months. Because I was only just going to get a shitty job.
Emma, when are we leaving? When this game's finished, Fathead.
Yeah, Swampdogs diving, or not staying on their feet, going to ground, resulted in an immediate penalty, and Frosty was right onto that. Yeah, that's another thing that the international rugby laws are really trying to get on top of. It's a very unsafe situation.
It's off Brooklyn 99.
And Uni opting to attack through the line out. Be interesting to see how they take this one on.
He had like heads in and he had it watching his phone. He was like, yep.
With his AirPods, I don't speak French.
Oh, Robbie Butcher's just stood him up.
I literally said to him,
Yeah, just that little shuffle.
I was like, oh, here's your coffee, yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
"Here's
just
your
that
coffee."
little shuffle was enough to put his opponent in two minds, and Robbie Butcher, yeah, straight beside the posts, and let's just have a look at this one.
It's like everywhere, hey. Like, there's always, oh, actually, no, that's a lie. That's just a lie. I've just grown up in Darwin.
Pirates is just on the uni ground.
Yeah, I mean, like, all the sports, like, never mind. There's lots of different types. I'm so keen for uni, but then I'm like glad that I'm waiting.
I'm actually kind of excited.
We'll be okay, pal. Come start with me. We can start together.
We start together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Robbie Butcher right in front
Zoom in.
for his own, to convert his own try. Shouldn't have any trouble with this.
So we should start together.
And then we
Two pace, bang, straight over the black dot.
no, we didn't.
No problem. That pushes the score out to 17-5 in favour of Uni. With 10 minutes left in the first half. Swampdogs are really, they're right in this game. They're right in this game in every way. Both the scrum, line out, yeah, they're very competitive. Steve Burns with the kick-off. And here we go, straight back into it. Swampdogs really putting a bit of pressure down there.
Like I just want
And they've come up with the ball from the kick-off. Fantastic. Big Dino punching it forward.
I know, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't go for a long time because I've only got like school holidays.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
So that's your only
Swampdogs really taking their time with this one. It's giving the Uni boys plenty of time to realign their defence.
And I don't and I've
And
only
maybe
just
that was all part of the plan. Young
But I honestly don't think you should
Beatty
that kind of job. I think you should
taking a
stay
fairly
for
comfortable mark
like,
there,
it's such a good
taking the
job.
pressure right off.
That's gonna take you a
That
while
was
to
very
get
good
a
field
job.
positioning on his behalf.
Like you've scored.
I've got the experience.
Yeah, I think that the ball's doesn't appear to be coming out of the
Get that kind of job when you're finished.
halfback's hands. As for the Swampdogs,
Committed because
fast enough. They've got the attack there, but by the time that ball gets from 5'8" from halfback to 5'8",
Lining up.
the Uni boys are really quick to align, and they're not giving the Swampdogs a great deal of opportunity to attack out wide. Swampdog ball here for the line out. Let's see what they can do from here. Centre field.
You can do something.
Uni ball, Uni a piece in the line out, knock back.
I don't think I'm going to have the money. Depends if I can get a good job. But we'll see.
Robbie Butcher going for another dart, and really
Be really good.
he's breaking that first tackle nearly every time. He's a sensational player, Robbie. He's very elusive,
Honestly.
surprisingly elusive. And there's Davey. Jesus, this boy is quick.
Far out.
And oh,
Wait, yeah? Yeah, it's there. There, right there. Like that? This is what he told me to do. This is what the guy told me to do. I was trying to get the other team in it.
Like point it up.
okay, very similar line-out situation to what we had when Uni scored. Needles a pin, and Frosty's got him. Numbers in the line-out. No, sorry, no. No, he's the throw. The throw's not straight, and I can understand why. There's a very strong breeze up here. Not sure what it's like down on the ground there, but it's there's a pretty strong breeze up here, so it's playing a bit of havoc for the line-out throwers, as we've seen all throughout the first half. No line-out has been straightforward. It's a sloppy ball coming off the back of the scrum there for the Swampies, and Stephen Burns has really saved the day there. He got some very messy ball from the back of the scrum, and eventually took the right option to just play for safety and boot it out of there. But that hasn't changed the situation for the Swampdogs. It's about 7 metres out, 8 metres out from the try line with Uni ball, Uni throw. Okay, let's see how Uni are going to take this one.
Still got another 40.
Yeah, it's fairly neat off the top for Uni. They've decided to go into the centres, pushing the ball right to centre field, and now they're going to go push it wide and tapped on. What's Frosty seeing here?
Where did it go?
Not sure what he's. Oh, he's got the Swampdogs for offside. He's not played an advantage. Yeah, okay. Can't understand why he wouldn't have played advantage there with Uni ball in hand and numbers.
Zooming in. Zoom in.
How do I zoom in? This is.
Just having a change in camera crew now, which is good. We've got that flexibility out here. It's enormous opportunities for these young ladies with talent to burn. So we've got Brianna O'Neill on the camera. Uni ball, 7 metres out. We've got this scrum under control. Pick up off the back. Short ball to Robbie Butcher, and he's made that look easy. He's made that look very easy. Very good ball off the from number 8. There's a bit of argy-bargy going on here. It's okay. It's all just a bit of bonding. That's our props talk to 5/8s, I think. Yeah, that was a very the uni boys made that look very easy, only because of a good move. Swampdogs, yeah, they're sort of just go and have a bit of a think about what's going on, get into a huddle and just have a bit of a chat.
Secret. But he's about to kick. He's about to kick.
Yeah, okay. Robbie Butcher again to attempt to convert his own try. Score at 19-5. Oh, he's pushed this one out to the right. And score remains 19-5. Stephen Burns there, he'll bring the ball back to the halfway for the restart. He's had a fair bit of work to do back in fullback, and he's probably feeling a little bit frustrated at the moment. But I think 19-5. You've got to be. The uni boys know they have a contest on their hands, and you can bet your life that the Swampdogs will be there to the last minute. Kick off. That's worked out very good for the uni boys, and taking the ball straight up to the halfway line. Advantage uni. Not sure what that advantage is for, but Frosty's got it, and uni is still playing on. Robbie's decided to kick away the advantage and take the ball back for the penalty. And he's got him for a high tackle. Yeah, high tackle. Yeah. So Robbie to punch the ball down. Deep into the 22 of the Swampdogs, basically putting it in a fairly similar position to which they've scored 2 tries already. They seem to be getting their line out a little bit more under control. Let's see what the Swampies can do to pull this up. There's 4 seconds left on the clock, so we can fairly. There she goes there. That Robbie Butcher, he evades that first tackle nearly every time. Just punch the ball blindside, play that little knock on, and the boys can just go and have a bit of a drink. Happy days. There's a couple of players lying on the ground there. Robbie Butcher, doesn't matter, he doesn't mind lying on the ground having a little bit of a rest. Crowd are going wild here at Land Rover Rugby Park. Frosty just touching base there with his touch judge or assistant referee, making sure all that he's seen that they've shared.
Talk about
Yeah, Swampdogs having a bit of a regather there. Sonny just talking to the troops. It's got a great staff base there down at the Swampdogs. Pretty exhausted there. Some pretty exhausted looks. Mark Gillen there really sucking it in. I'm not sure. I'd like to see the number on his back. I think he would normally be playing in the hooker or flanker role. Robbo, a very coachable individual there, just listening to the instructions of his coach, and he'll go and do whatever he tells him to. Mitch McLaughlin there, sucking in the big ones. He's looking pretty fit this year, and his brother there, number 7, Dylan. Both those boys looking very fit this year, and they're all Swamp Dog juniors. Just over at the uni camp there, there's some shoulders being rubbed and some sore bodies there.
Well, I don't need a cup holder at work, so.
Big Marty's out there laying down the law. He'll have a lot to say, and he'll have plenty of advice to give there, especially in that forward pack. A very seasoned front rower is Marty O'Brien. Leaving the backs talk there to the little master, Robbie Butcher. Have a good communication base amongst those boys. A lot of them fellas have had many years on the field for the Uni Pirates. Uni Pirates equally have a really good support base. Just it doesn't take much. Just look around the sideline there, and there's plenty of people there willing to give a hand and help out. And that's what rugby really cries out for. Those volunteers that day in, day out, the unsung heroes of rugby union. They don't get the opportunity to get out in the centre of the pitch, but they're doing all that work behind the scenes. Just trying to imagine what Marty O'Brien's saying down there. He'll be saying, "Yeah, wind it up, boys, and I'll be only too happy to shout a beer after the game." Eli Weiss there, a real master and stalwart of the Uni Pirates. He would be the man that would take control of the forward pack within the Swamp Dog Unis. Played many games for the Swamp Dog Uni. Played many games for the Uni Pirates and NT as well. And a very good player, very versatile, flanker, number 8, lock, very versatile player. Look at that body language coming from Big Marty O'Brien there. Get in there, boys, low body height. Let's see what we have to do. Then hand it over to the master.
Like I'll go meet you there.
over to Swampdogs. I really want to stick my hand in front of it. I want to stick my hand in front of it.
Toki has come up from Catherine to have a bit of a run here, and a couple of the boys using the opportunity to get their 5 seconds of claim to fame. Let's see if they can turn it into some good viewing rugby for us. They're a tight bunch out there at the Swamp, and we want to see a few more tries scored. And dashing over to the uni mob, and they'll be chafing at the bit to get back on the paddock.
No. Look at this guy's face.
We've just sorted that score out on the computer there now. 19-5 in favour of the Uni Pirates, with 40 minutes to go in the second half.
Did I get it in? No. Brianna's only 18.
How weird is that? 8 days apart.
Fiji crowd very vocal out here tonight. There's a few lads out there from the Pacific Islands, and they're getting some good support from the crowd. There's a few people down here tonight to watch the Swampdogs and the Uni Pirates go at it. Referee Frosty coming onto the field. Oh, it's a bit light on that right hand side, but there's a good Fijian contingent there, very vocal. And our officiator comes to the centre of the field to give Robbie Butcher the go-ahead to get this game underway. 40 minutes to go. Let's see what the Swampdogs can do to slow the tide of the University Pirates. Let's go. Ball secure up there, big pick and go from Mitch. Oh, nice work. Mitch McLaughlin there, really punching the ball up hard again. Another good run, good strong run from the back. Pushing it wide. And there's a elusive winger out there. Great clean out, and here come the Swampdogs. Bit of a sloppy pass there, another sloppy pass. It's making it hard work. And it hasn't worked out too bad for them as long as they can get a bit of a steal here. But yeah, they were looking very promising there, the Swampdogs, and yeah, end up having to have a kick the ball to safety. A bit of an unfortunate circumstance.
No, you did not.
Swampdogs will be really looking to capitalise on this. They had the field position and no contest in the scrum and the line out. And Uni punching the ball up out of their own 22. And yes, good turnover from the Swampdogs. Swampdogs are in a very good position now. Advantage blue. They'll be looking good. So, decided to take the ball himself and have a bit of a dart, and back for the penalty. Frosty's picked up something there, or slapping the ball down, I believe, maybe, or holding the player back. I think. No, coming in from the side. Swampdogs have opted to take the shot at goal that'll give them 3 points. There's a fairly strong cross breeze that they'll be kicking into from that position. Steve Burns, well within his kickable range. He shouldn't. It's well within his kickable range, but by the same token, it's not an easy kick. Swampdogs will be really looking to get some points since they made the effort to get down here. And the flags are up. That is a sensational result. That pushes the score out to 8-19 in favour of the Uni Pirates. That's a really good result for the Swampdogs. First point scorers in the second half. Let's see if they can get some more points on the board. Uni have a very good kicking technique. That's right up there, and tap back. Yeah, very well rehearsed and executed. Mitch McLaughlin very strong in the ruck there. Good aggressive counter-rucking from the Swampdogs. It's really rattling the loose forwards of the Uni boys. Not staying on his feet. Not sure who that was. Just not staying on his feet, and like we said earlier in the first half, Frosty will be straight onto that. Steve Frost been refereeing here in Darwin for quite some years now, and doing a great job out there in the middle. Touch finder from Robbie Butcher, diagonally opposite corner to where Uni scored 2 tries in the second half. So let's hope the Swampdogs have picked up some technique to counter this Uni line out. Oh, great steal. Yeah. Just wrong-footed himself there, John, and put it in the hands of one of the most dynamic little players out there, young Davey. Very fast, very elusive, and secured the ball. Back for Uni, back on the attack, 30 metres out from the Swampdogs line. Uni push it right. They've got numbers out there, and a great tackle by John. Really recovered.
Couldn't see it.
Sloppy pass from the back there. Advantage Swampdogs. Yeah, sloppy pass from the back of the scrum there. He had all the time in the world, but ball's probably starting to get a bit slippery down there now. Frosty's receiving some information from his assistant referees, I'd say. Just going to his earpiece. He'll play the knock on. Weiss Sokotoa getting some attention down on the ground. Frosty's just called time while Eli were a lot of camaraderie amongst these blokes up here in the top end, sharing water bottles and all happy days. Yeah, referees and everybody just sort of bounces around each other. Let's just stop and have a drink, shall we? Swampdogs backs will just have a bit of a chat. Make sure everybody's got their hair right. And Frosty will get them all started again. By the way, for those of you who've just tuned in, we've got Uni Pirates at 19 and Swampdogs at 8. Swampdogs, I think they've been a bit light on the training pitch, so it's a bit of a throw together sort of side, but. With an effort like this, hopefully they'll get some sort of continuity down at training and give Sonny something to work with down there. He's a fantastic coach and he's got a lot of great ideas to bring to that club. But you can't do it without the boys down at training. And they picked it up off the back of the scrum. And decided to go the open side through Annie. Steve Burns there looked a little bit lost. He ran out of room, but on the 10 metre line attacking in Uni's half. Short. Uni boys' structure in defence there. They got back there very quickly. They no intention on counter-rucking. They just make the tackle and then realign both left and right. And it's oh, look at this. The bounce was perfect and thanks very much. Yeah, the kick from young Harry Burns straight into the hands of his awaiting winger. A perfect bounce and happy days. That'll put some smiles on the Swampdog faces, pushing the score up to 13-19. That's a great result with the kick to come. 13-19, the kick to come under the post.
What are you smiling at?
Our camera girls there, straight on the job. Picked up every bit of footage there. I've got to give praise to them. Ellie from the Swampdogs bringing out water to Frosty, and Steve Burns, our kicker. Ball boys are keeping interested, throwing their water bottle up and down, just to while away the hours. Steve really wants to take his time with this one because there's a very nasty breeze out there. And we'll push the score to 15-19. The Uni boys have to have a real think about what's going on here. unsuccessful.
Didn't get it.
That just goes to show you how that breeze is down there. That Steve won't be happy with that. He's a bit dirty on himself there. That should have been points on the board, but hey, it's easy to say that from behind a microphone, looking at a game of footy.
The flag would have went off if it went through.
Okay, Robbie Butcher will get us started. And so far so good. The uni kickoff is, they've got it on track. Let's hope the Swampdogs can secure this ball from the kickoff and turn it back into points. Perfectly positioned kick, and they've gone the tap down again. And very similar result. That's working very well for them. Swampdogs, I don't think, are getting enough support around the catcher of the ball, which makes it very easy for the oncoming uni players to just jump up and go the tap back. Oh, very strong defence. That short side was not an option, but great defence there from the Swampdogs. And again, nice big tackle. And a turnover. Great stuff. And it's a big tackle, very high tackle. And Frosty's picked up on that. He's made a lot of effort to get up there on Dino's head because he's a good 6'4". So he's had to jump up fairly high to get around the throat. John doesn't mind putting a bit of a scare into the opposition. That's what you got to love it about the Fijians. They love to keep you guessing. They'll try anything. Take your attention away for a second, and they pull your pants down. We've got Toki's come up from Catherine now. He's taken the field, standing at the back of the line out. The Swampdogs have opted to go there, and a nice line out ball for big Mitch McLaughlin to take it up, and he's got well over the advantage line. Great hit. Had a bit of a dart from halfway. Again, the tackles are creeping up, and Frosty's onto that. He's got him for the high tackle, and still a bit slow rolling away as well. The uni boys. Here come the Swampdogs. And another high tackle. They've gone the quick tap, and within the first Swampdogs really pouring the pressure on here, and they've got the advantage, and Frosty's going to have a bit of a chat here, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw the yellow card come out. He's calling over his captain. I'm not sure who the captain is, but Robbie Butcher's there, so whether he's captain or not, I think that's Tonga. He's having a chat with Tonga. He has reached into his pocket and he's pulling out a yellow card. I'd say that would be for basic repeat infringements, not so much on Tonga, but the fact that 3 or 4 high tackles in a row, someone had to go. Someone had to go. Time's back on, and let's see what Swampdogs choose to do with this. They push the ball left. For Robbo. Robbo's gone very short that line, secured the ball. Swampdogs have gone left and in. no problem with that. Frosty's gone straight to the pointing to the heavens. That puts the score at 18-19 with the kick to come right into a very stiff breeze. This is very impressive from the Swampdogs. This second half reply. 13 points. They've 13-0 in the second half so far to the Swampdogs. And they're really showing some confidence with ball in hand and in defence. Couple of players out there huffing and puffing a little bit, but their spirits are pretty high, so this is a good opportunity to suck it in and let the pressure go on young Steve Burns for the minute. We'll just take advantage of this situation to thank our sponsors again. We've got Aussie Signs there in the background behind the kicker. Thrifty Rent-A-Cars. Oh, that's a great kick from Stephen Burns. Oh, it's just pushed to the left. Who else do we have down there? We've got Thrifty Cars. We've got 101 FM, Fleetwood, Jetstream Electrical, Family Law, Darwin Family Law, Hans Superdry, Hunt and Hunt Lawyers, Total World, AJ's, Coates Hire, Powerade, Coca-Cola, Powerade, RJ's, The Territory News, Able Finance, Elastoplast, Hans Superdry, NT Bitumen and Asphalt. Righto, back to the kick. Oh, Uni not so lucky this time. And given a bit of what for. I think Frosty's picked up a knock on there coming forward off a Uni player. So we'll take it back for the scrum. But they were right up there in the same position looking at the quick tap back. That's worked for them so well. But not this time. Okay, Uni really know they've got a game on their hands now. And with one player down, let's see if the Swampdogs can capitalise on this. Uni have dropped their number 8 off the back of the scrum. Have they? Yes. Dropped their number 8 off the back of the scrum. That'll take a bit of their punch out. Although their technique is good. And the little dart from the up the short side has not proved fruitful for a kick out in the full, so we'll come back to where the kick was taken from for the line out. Uni ball. Uni very strong in the line out. They've their first 3 or 4 line outs were questionable, but and they did lose the ball from it, but they seem to have capitalised on that now, and they don't seem to be having too much problem. But Frosty's found something. He wants to pull the ball up. He wants it right down the middle. It just goes to show you how windy it is out there. They're only throwing to a number 2 jumper and just not getting it on target. That throw not straight. Swampdogs opted for, they had the option of another line out or scrum, and they take the obvious scrum. Scrum, Swampdogs feed. Uni have a very good technique there. They're holding the Swampdogs with their 7 men, 7 on 8. Yeah, they're holding the Swampdogs' weight quite well, just through sheer technique. Yeah, Frosty's just going around the other side to see what's going on over here. Make sure nobody's pulling down in the scrum. That's just sheer drive. Well done. Good technique. Good technique. Good technique. It just goes to show you what practice is all about. That's 8 on 7. And technique 1. Many hours packing on the scrum machine down at practice for the uni boys is starting to pay off. A few high fives all around for that one. Swampies need to have a regather and have a think about what's going on there. Yeah, Mark Gillum standing in the hooker position. We seem to have lost the footy. No problem. All back on track. We have a footy. The uni attack is pretty constant down the left-hand side. Great defence. Great defence. Really, Swampdogs working hard there, and the uni boys struggling to find holes in the defence of the Swampdogs. Both left and right of the ruck, the Swampdogs were held very fast there. Very good. This is a different Swampdogs that's come out in the second half. Whatever Sawney said, record that. Keep it, bottle it, and use it again next week. Swampdogs will be happy to capitalise on this breeze at their back and punch this thing downfield just into their own 22. Oh, that one hasn't worked out too well with Weiss Sakatawa taking the ball off the back of the scrum, the back of the line out, and punching away at the Swampdogs forwards once again. Little knock on there, Frosty's picked up. It's taken the foot off the throat of the Swampdogs, so they've got to punch this ball out of here. And Uni will be looking at putting some big effort into the scrum to try to get a tight head. A tight head here would be definitely what the Swampdogs don't want. So some low body height here for the Swampdogs and hold that ball. A little bit of pushing off the mark there before the ball comes in, so they might have to watch that, the Uni Pirates. They push the ball off the mark. Steve Frost will be only too quick to put his hand up for the penalty.
Have I got a gross focus face on? Yeah.
Can't push off the mark until the ball is fed.
Good.
Oh, that's a great try from the Uni Pirates, putting a lot of pressure. haven't found touch, and here comes a counter attack from the Uni back line. There's a bit of room to move out there. It's a pass has drifted in behind, still got the ball, and that's not out. Don't know whether. Frosty's picked up a small knock on there from the Uni side. Frosty's picked up a small knock on there from the Uni side, so that'll be a Swampdog feed. 15 metres on the Swampdog side at halfway, so Uni are putting a bit of pressure on now. This is This is 14 minutes left on the clock, and the Uni Pirates haven't scored in this second half. So I don't know whether they had a bit of a reshuffle of players, or Suni's advice at half time has really worked well. Okay, let's have that ball in there. Frosty has got Uni for twisting the scrum, not driving straight through the middle. That's another law change from the last few years. If you're going to drive your scrum, you've got to keep it straight down the pitch. And that's not out. That's a bit of a... that cross breeze is very strong. And Robbie Butcher's going to have a bit of a crack here, and he's picked up young Davey, the speedster, and he's been tackled on the 22. So here come the Uni Pirates again, attacking the Swamp Dogs. Swamp Dogs are getting back quickly in defence, but not staying on their feet at the breakdown, and Frosty's got him, and penalty. Uni are just having a bit of a think about this one. The breaths are the big breaths are taken, and they're going to go a scrum. Pretty much centre field, probably 5 metres off centre field. 5 metres off centre field, so that'll give the Uni Pirates an open attack. Uni have got their full contingent back on now, so that's the 8-man scrum. Halfback's taken a dart, so picked up off the number 8, going a dart down the blind side. Big tackle from Johnny. No, it wasn't. Who was it? Yeah, did miss that tackle, but it was a great tackle. Tackle had to be made. But, Uni probing at the line, only metres away now. The ball at the back for Swiss. Oh, great defence. I mean, look, Yep, little pick and grab from not sure who that was. Little pick and grab off the back of the ruck there. Half a metre gap, and they're in. So that's the first points back. First points for the second half for Uni, taking them to 24-18 with a kick to come. Frosty just having a chat, giving his interpretation of the laws to the front row. Robbie Butcher has got a pretty easy kick here. One would think this would be a guaranteed 2 points. He'll take 2 strides and bang. 1, 2, bang. And up go the flags, and that takes Uni out to 26-18. And back for the Swampdogs kick-off at halfway. Really like to see the Swampdogs show similar enthusiasm attacking that ball off the kick-off. So let's see how they take on this one. They'll be kicking the ball towards the main grandstand end, I would imagine, looking at the way they're set. Okay, let's see what the Swampdogs can do with this kick-off and put some pressure on Uni. Now they've gone into the 22, where Uni going to run it out of that. A little bit too deep there. Steve would have liked to have dropped that one a bit shorter, giving his forwards a bit of opportunity to get that ball. And that's a great kick from Robbie Butcher. That's a great kick from Robbie Butcher. He's picked up 60 metres, 60, 70 metres on that kick. They're taking the pressure right off his forwards and backs. Get a bit of breather time. Let's get down here and put the pressure on again. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if the forwards can steal a line-out ball. It's very unpredictable, this line-out, with the amount of wind that's blowing down there. And they have to. Uni's grabbed that ball just where they wanted it, and little knock on from Robbie Butcher there, unseasonal. He'll be copping a fair bit of flack about that one from the Swampdogs, no doubt. But he's got big shoulders, he doesn't mind the attention. Okay, let's see if the Swampdogs can hold this scrum. Uni are very well drilled. Uni have really got their scrum down pat, but they're going to have to be careful they don't twist it. They've got to drive straight. Otherwise, Frosty will be pointing to the heavens once again with the penalty to the Swampdogs. So, but they have a very good drive technique. The Swampdogs have picked the ball up off the back of the scrum there. Jesus, got a bit high on that tackle. Just outside the 22, so there's a counter attack from Uni. It's got around one man, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five has seen him pulled up probably 6 metres short of the try line, and the advantage to Uni. Swampdogs are really going to have to battle to keep him out. And they're pushing it to the left. That's try time. Yeah. Swampies were always going to be in trouble there. That you can't afford to miss those tackles, and 5 tackles was enough to get whoever that was down the corner there within 7 metres, and it was only a matter of pushing the ball wide and try time for Uni. That pushes Uni out to 31 with a kick to come.
It wasn't much long. Yeah. I don't really want to do. Yes, yep. Yeah, righto, yep.
Robbie's getting plenty of kicking practice this afternoon or this evening. Not sure on his stats. I think he might have missed one so far. No, more than one there, because he's pushed this one out to the right, which is not the usual for Robbie Butcher. He's normally pretty on track. Right, Steve Burns will be looking to drop this one short because he's got some runners there that that's the spot. That's the spot. Oh, and he's forced a knock on from Wisokatoa. Great pressure, and that's what does it. That's what we want. You can obviously see that I'm a swamp dog because I'm saying that's what we want. Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see good rugby, and that's Weiss is under good pressure from the Swampies is knocked on, and we want to see.
No, sorry. No, it's alright. I'm just nervous.
Well, the ball's at the back there. Swampies are onto it and in attack. This is what we want to see. 10 metres out, 10 metres from the halfway. Push the ball wide, a bit of a sloppy pass there, but picked up well by John and he's taken it forward. That's what we want, back on the 10 metre line. Not tackled, not held. Decided to push it left. Steve Burns is going to wrap around. Young Jack Burns. No relation. He's put the kick through. Oh, is there a little knock on there? No. Frosty's got his open. Oh, he's got a knock on off the Swamp Dogs. Advantage. Uni punching it up. I'll just take this opportunity to thank Aaron Ruddock for supplying some refreshment to the commentator who's got a hoarse throat.
Hold on, keep judging it. Say what I need to do. Yeah, it's a bit stressful. Okay. Do you know everyone on the Swampdogs? I'm not doing it, Abby. No. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, uni ball. We've got this fairly neat off the back of the scrum. And Robbie Butcher's gone for the safety of the sideline. Yeah, he's gone for the safety of the sideline and Swamp Dog ball. 3 metres into the uni, on the uni side of the park.
What did you say?
Pretty quiet over there on the one steel stand. We've got a couple of lonely supporters. The main stand here has got a fair sort of a crowd for a Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud.
earlier results were geez, I don't know the earlier results. Oh, Souths defeated Casuarina. Not sure what the score was there. It was a very, very tight game. Souths looked very strong. Souths looking really strong, but Casuarina's forward pack were very well drilled. But getting back to this game here we have in front of us, Mark Gillen to put the ball in, and he wants it on the spot. They want this ball. Big Dino, he's thrown that ball pretty roughly for his halfback, but nevertheless they're probing, and the Uni boys have picked that up, and a knock on that Frosty's picked up pretty quickly. It's just a scrum from one side to the other. Yeah, Stephen Burns, just a bit of frustration there. He saw an opportunity to attack, and yeah, I don't know whether the kick was the right option, but anyway, yeah, I think the Swampies really want to keep that ball in hand out wide. University has a fairly sharp back line there, and if that ball gets into the hands of young Davey, yeah, it's quite often he'll beat his first or second man, and once he winds up, you won't catch him. Okay, Swampdogs ball here. They've got that ball up the back of the scrum. That's full time. Oh. Well, Mr. Frost has called it stumps, and that'll end the game at 31-18. Thank you, Frosty, for your efforts out in the middle, and thank you, linesmen, assistant referees. Great game, great effort in the second half, Swampdogs. That was a very, very good second half, and I'm sure Sonny will be talking to the boys on the weekend about what they can do at training to be a lot more competitive. But that was a fantastic second half. I'll sign off now. I'm sure you've all heard enough of me. This is Al Hunt from Land Rover Rugby Park, Darwin, Northern Territory. Say good night.